Hello, I'm Dr. Mohua Bhattacharjee, and today I'm going to take up the next topic of oligopoly market, in which we will be doing the sharing of market by quota. In the previous market, we have already discussed that how in the collusive oligopoly their central agency decides everything, and then we also went to the non-price competition. In the non-price competition, we have found that how the selling activities can be increased by keeping the price condition constant. This agreement on quantity sale at agreed price, this is something which is called the sharing of market by quota. In this, what happens, the firms, it can be done by the authority, it can be done by the firms together making a group, and then they decide that what is the total output which will be produced, and how this, if it is XM, OX is the total output, then half of the OX will be produced by the firm A and half of the output OX will be produced by the firm B. So this is called the market sharing by quota. So in these things, what happens, it happens that the total output which is to be produced is been fixed, already predetermined, and then this part of that specific part of the output which has been predetermined is distributed among the member firms, and that is called the quota distribution. So this is also another form of the market sharing cartel, and including the non-price competition. But the problem with the cartel system and this collusive oligopoly which we find is, as we are trying to wind up now the collusive oligopoly explanation, the next cartel explanation, next we will be doing the price leadership. So in the cartel system, what do we understand? That by law, it is though not been allowed to go for it, because it creates a kind of monopoly in the situation in the market, but in some cases, to save the economy from instability, to save the world from instability, some kind of cartel is agreed in the oil market, because as you know that in the oil price is terribly sensitive to the world price stability. So that's why, to some degree, this kind of cartel is agreed, but now at present it is not that applicable, but still the cartel in this way. But the point is this: the cartel actually leads, it depends if the cartel is whether the cartel is strong or the cartel is loose, that will tell whether the end will lead to a price war or there will be a stable situation. So if the cartel is loose, there is every chance that, because if the competition is more on quality, through packaging, through services, through advertisement, this kind of things, or additional activities. So this kind of things actually leads to loose form of cartel, because once a firm creates a repo with the customers, they slightly try to come out of that bondage of the cartel. So that's why the cartel members always need to be in toes to find out that what their other counterparts are planning to do, because if one of the members comes out from because it is nothing formal, it is not done anything on written, it's not an agreement, it is simply secret, it is tacit, we can't see it, but it is something which is informally going on, because the member firms know that if they do not depend on each other, there will be constantly price war, there will be constantly instability, and the market price determination will become a very tough job, and there will be no conclusion coming out of it. Always there will be fights, and there will be the price wars will be there, and there will be misallocation of the resources. So to save these things, there is some kind of agreement, there is some kind of adjustment which is done among the member firms. So now that's why this is called that the cartel is considered to be a solution in this thing. But as usual, there is always a pros and cons of this. Always there is a positive and negative impact of any kind of actions. So there is the cartels, this drawback, or this flaw is always there, that the member firms, the new members or the small member firms slowly enters into the industry, and then once they create a repo, or once they create a market among the customers, and they have entered the they have created a section of the population they know of their for their brand, for their choice, then they try to quit the cartel and they've set down their own price determination methodology. So this way there is always a discussion on cartel, and it is never considered to be a very positive thing, for at least in the government democracy, or in the in the welfare, considering the welfare of the country, because it creates monopoly in the market, which is never accepted in the economy. To save that, we have got many antitrust law and MRTP that so that this kind of monopoly actions doesn't go. But still, some way or the other, the firms, oligopoly markets, for making their joint profit maximization or to reduce their price war situation, they go with it, and they go for collusions, and they make agreements, and they go with the cartel, and they settle down an equilibrium price. So this is something which we have talked about, the cartel. Now we next start with the new topic, which is called the price leadership form of market. In the price leadership, as the terminology you can understand, it's itself determining this thing very clearly, that there will be a leader and there will be a follower. So in a price leadership model, in the oligopoly market, there is someone who will become a leader, who will be determining the price, and there will be the follower, the rest of the firms who will be following that firm. So this is a very, very simple definition or simple statement which is said about the price leadership model. But there are various types of price leadership which we will be discussing in the next class. The price leadership model can be of three main types. It can be low cost firm leader, it can be the dominant leader, and it can be barometric leader. We'll be discussing in the next classes.